What is going on, everyone? Andy and Nick from AchievementHunter.com with another episode of Smash Spotlight. Nick, we were trying to come up with an introduction for this character for a while, but I just finally realized that he doesn't need one because it's freaking Donkey Kong.
Who?
For a freaking Donkey Kong. I think we.
Is that his full name?
Yeah. Yes. FDK. Let's go. Okay, Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong is primarily known for Donkey Kong Country. The variations of the game started on the Super Nintendo, but his first appearance was in the Donkey Kong arcade game for Japan and North America, both released in 1981. Talked about it a little bit. That's also the same debut as Mario, but that later came on to the Nintendo. You know, Mario. Well, actually, he was a Jumpman. That's who it was in that game. Completely off topic. He is a veteran. He's been in all of Smash Bros. He's one of the original 12. Moving on to his costumes, he has some pretty cool references. Brown is obviously his default. Black represents an actual rainforest gorilla, if you did not know that. And
I didn't.
The yellow tie on the black one represents the two-player contest mode in the original Donkey Kong Country. The red costume represents the original Donkey Kong, which there's some theories out there that was actually Cranky Kong in the original, which kind of makes sense, but not really time to debate that today. The purple is an alternate color for various games that he's been in, but I think the most prominent one is Donkey Kong 64, I think in multiplayer or something like that. His green palette, there's no particular reference, but you know who it reminds me of? Someone who should have been in this. Someone who should have been in this game, King K. Rool. He was like the one character I wanted in the game. He did not get announced. The white costume represents a fire mini Donkey Kong. It's like one of the little wind-up things from Mario and Donkey Kong, Mario vs. Donkey Kong for the Game Boy Advance. It also,
never played it. Yeah,
me neither. But it also represents this character called, and this is verbatim, Eddie the Mean Old Yeti from the Donkey Kong cartoon that was short-lived years and years ago.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and he has like the same model as Donkey Kong and everything. The yellow costume represents banana juice from Donkey Kong Country Returns, which is basically like invincibility juice that you could buy in Cranky Kong's shop. It turns yellow. That's and all weird. That stuff. And the pink costume represents the player 2 from Donkey Kong Jr. Math, if you did not know that. Moving on to his moveset, his special B, his neutral B, is a giant punch, which isn't really from anything. I think it originated in Smash Bros., but it was used, it's been seen in Donkey Kong Country Returns for like the Wii and the Wii U. His side B is a headbutt. The closest thing that this represents is like loosely represents a move that Diddy Kong does in Donkey Kong 64 called a Chimpy Charge. I never really played Donkey Kong 64, so I can't really remember that, but that's what I saw. His up B is a spinning Kong. Donkey Kong himself never does this or anything else, but it kind of represents Dixie Kong's spring jump from Donkey Kong Country 2, but she uses her like pigtails and like a helicopter. And his down B is a hand slap, which he slaps the ground and hurts enemies around him, but that originated in Donkey Kong Country for the Super Nintendo, where you could like get special things out of the ground and hurt enemies and stuff like that. I think it's also worth noting that his dash is a roll from Donkey Kong Country, which could hurt enemies. I just spammed that when I played that as a kid. His taunts, nothing really special. He just does ape stuff, like he shakes his fur and he beats his chest and stuff. He shrugs at the camera. His down taunt is a shrug at the camera, but that actually originated in Super Smash Bros. It's just kind of his like attitude towards the game. And his final smash is a conga beat where he floats in the air and he gets his bongos and you have to like time it, little Guitar Hero, but actually Donkey Kong style. I find how you compare that to Guitar Hero when he has his own rhythm game.
Donkey Kong Hero?
It originated from Donkey Konga for the GameCube, which was an awesome game. I had it. And but before that even, he had bongos in Donkey Kong 64, which was like musical instruments. I think everyone had like a musical instrument or something like that. But you matched up, you do more damage to everyone on the screen. That does it for Donkey Kong. There's not much else to say. He's pretty solid character.
Let me hear you do a Donkey Kong impersonation, Andy.
All right.